The doctor injected python DNA into his assistant's body. But just 10 minutes later, snake scales began sprouting across the assistant's skin, and even his facial features started to transform. Just when the doctor thought the experiment was about to succeed, the assistant's breathing suddenly became labored, causing the entire mutation process to grind to a halt. The assistant ended up as a half-human, half-snake monstrosity. The doctor flew into a rage. His goal had been to transform a human completely into a snake. With the experiment a total failure, he stuffed the assistant into a crate and sold him to a local circus for $500. To his surprise, the circus became an overnight sensation after acquiring the assistant. Crowds of curious visitors flocked to see the show, mesmerized by what they thought was an incredible costume. What none of them realized was that the Snake Man wasn't wearing any costume at all. He was a real person who'd been transformed. Meanwhile, Dr. David, frustrated by his failed experiment, was already scouting for his next test subject. He visited his old friend John at the university and asked him to send over a student to work as his new assistant. John recommended his student Nick for the job. David wasted no time bringing Nick back to his research facility. As soon as they stepped out of the car, David's daughter came out to greet them. Nick couldn't help but feel excited when he saw there was a beautiful woman around. Little did he know, his nightmare was just beginning. Looking at the naive young man before him, David claimed that for safety reasons, he needed to administer an anti-venom vaccine. The trusting Nick bought it hook. What he didn't know was that David wasn't injecting any vaccine. It was King Cobra DNA. The genetic material kicked in fast. By evening, Nick was burning up with fever. When he looked in the mirror the next morning, he was horrified to discover his entire body was shedding skin in massive patches. Terrified, Nick immediately went to find David, but the doctor smooth-talked him, claiming this was just a normal reaction to the antibodies. After hearing David's explanation, Nick didn't think twice about it. Since David's previous assistant had mysteriously vanished, two detectives tracked him down to investigate. But after searching the lab, they came up empty-handed. The moment the detectives left, David gave Nick another injection, telling him the vaccine required a month of continuous doses. After that, he'd be ready to officially join the research project. During this time, Nick and Tina, David's daughter, had been spending time together and developed feelings for each other. They soon became a couple. That night, when David came home to find clothes scattered everywhere, he immediately went to confront his daughter. He said he didn't oppose her dating, but he had a problem with her being with Nick. When Tina demanded to know why, David couldn't bring himself to tell the truth. They ended up having a huge fight. The next morning, David noticed something was seriously wrong with his own body. Snake scales were growing on his arm.